Adventure is not something I take lightly. For me, it's almost like breathing. I need it to survive. I think about it all day, every day. I crave it. And that's somehow how I found myself in this crazy life, where I travel around in my Jeep and film my adventures for a living. This one is going to be my biggest yet.
We're on the first day, well, second day actually, of our USA road trip. Today we're going to be heading into the desert. I'm really excited because I have never been in the desert in my Jeep before. In fact, the Trail Wrecker has never even been off-road in the United States. So, let's do this.
Head out of here and dip into Nevada for a little bit, and then we'll dip back into California as we head south on the 395. Today we'll end up in a place that's much, much warmer and less frozen.
Supposed to be the best barbecue in California. Yes?
It's probably the best I've had here in California.
Best barbecue in California.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some barbecue. We got the brisket sandwich. It's been, how long have we been driving? Like 6 hours or so?
About that? Yeah, it's been a while.
6 hours. It's time for some barbecue.
Time for some
What's
barbecue.
time? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. Time
Yeah.
is...
Well, it depends if you hit 88 miles per hour. These fries are good. Goes good with my Mr. Pibb. I don't know what a Mr. Pibb is, but... We're just making our way through a mountain pass and stopped in at this lookout because pretty spectacular view here of the lake below.
This is the overlook of Mono Lake, and then also past there is Yosemite. So you're actually not far from Yosemite National Park.
We're making our way to our camp for the night, which is still a few hours away.
The landscape here felt foreign to me. I'd never seen anything like it. The sun setting on the oddly shaped orange rock formations with snowy peaks behind it was spectacular. So after a little bit of a scramble because there was van lifers everywhere and RVs, we found a road that said unmaintained, no low clearance vehicles. And look where we ended up. Like, this is probably the best camp spot in this entire area. There's no one around. We're surrounded by giant rocks. The sun's setting. crazy mountains. Ah, we're in paradise. Guys, this seriously might be one of the best campsites of all time. I can't wait to take a look around here in the morning. What do you have for us today, Chef Morris?
This is what we call rice.
Adding like colorful things too. We got here
Those are
vegetables.
called peppers and onions and celery.
It looks like we're gonna have a pretty good dinner tonight. More never disappoints.
Oh, I've aimed to disappoint this trip. This is about
He's working on it.
This
So
is
far,
about convenience
failing
and
misery
not
at being terrible. This is what we call the mobile office. Back of the truck. As you can see, I'm editing last week's video. I'm a time traveler.
and then decide if we need more or not.
They're really cool.
These are actually scorpion.
They're actually scorpion?
Yep.
Sea scorpion.
Do you see scorpion? I see scorpion.
No, I don't.
10 minutes.
Where'd you find this guy, Maury?
You gonna put him in a video? I don't know about that.
Safety second, guys.
Yeah, I don't think it should come out there.
Whoa!
I don't think it should come out there.
What's going on?
I've never seen prawns so frozen together before.
They're actually sea scorpions.
Oh, we're sea scorpions. All right. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
Some places, when you wake up and see your surroundings, feel like a dreamscape, like they couldn't possibly be real.
Just look at this, guys. Look what's behind me here. I don't want to leave. I could just stay here. This was only the beginning of our trip. The next night, we will be in Death Valley, which to me is one of the most fantastic places on planet Earth. And we get to explore it by off-road vehicle. We're in Panamint Springs. We just gotten into Death Valley National Park, and I got myself an American hat.
That's a fantastic hat.
Thank you. It's an adventure hat. How do I look, guys? Let me know in the comments. Hat? Yes? Yes? If you say no, I'm gonna be disappointed. We passed through a section of Death Valley National Park here. I don't think we're in the park at the moment, but we're making our way to the Defense Mine, which is a mine where they used to mine lead for ammunition for the army, I guess.
Temperatures started rising fast as we got into the desert and began the long crawl up to the mine site. The intense heat here is why it's called Death Valley. People have died here, simply because their car broke down and they couldn't escape the heat.
Pretty fun trail out here in the desert so far. Some nice rocks to play on and incredible scenery. We should be about halfway to the mine. Into a mine, so put my cowboy hat back on with my headlamp.
Christian, remember, no yelling in the mine.
What?
This guy, man. Oh, what is that? There's like a room up here. This is
If you
cool.
look here, you'll see the guest book is clearly signed all here.
So we were in the defense mine, which was used during World War II for lead mining, I believe, amongst other things, to support the munitions efforts of the United States. For bullets. For bullets.
Nothing like mining with a cowboy hat. It feels different.
Whatever keeps the rock from hitting your skull.
Should we take a right for it?
We got a fork.
I don't know if I should go in here. What does the sign say?
Well, I think it's really crazy in here.
Like, usually when we go into mines in BC, I feel super sketched out. This one feels pretty safe. Mostly because there's a guest book.
This is, I think, is the first mine I've been to where there's actually a guest book. Look how it's all chunked. Yeah, we need to move out of here. This is not a good place.
This is not safe.
Taking 4 or 5 different forks here. We're doing a little exploring, but it all kind of looks the same.
Smells like pencils.
Like HB number 10s. That's what it smells like.
Were we supposed to go right or left?
John's method will help us follow the tracks.
Look how easy it is in here.
That's just one of the hill people.
That's one of the hill people that live in here. My name's
You
Jimmy.
can tell by all the missing teeth.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't very cold in there.
Yeah, it was warm.
For how much we walked in.
Ooh, it's hotter out here, I'll tell you that. Huh.
All these steps here are perfect for you.
This is sketchy. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, everybody's been up there. Don't worry. That one looks weak though. It looks dead.
Paul, how safe on a scale of 1 to 10 do you feel right now?
2. I'm about a -1 because this whole thing's just slightly moving under my feet. Never stand on wood from 1930.
What about 1943?
43 was a good year.
Welcome to Death Valley.
So we're at the old mine town site. At one time there was about 3,000 mine workers that lived here. What a view. What a crazy place to live.
It's a strange feeling standing in the ruins of what was once a town, now abandoned and crumbling.
Man, imagine living up here. Wow. This is a nice cabin.
Yeah, it's a nice kitchen.
Ooh, look at the lighting.
Christmas lighting.
We could totally fire that up. We got Monopoly.
Well, man, we have Monopoly.
We got books. National Geographics. Nice view out here.
Shell casings.
It's been an interesting day. A few breakages. We've got a blown rear shock. We've got some leaking wheel seals, and the red arc system is not happy and is not charging the lithium battery, which is we need to run all the camera equipment. So it looks like we got a loose connection of some kind. Christian's in the back kind of wiggling things around. I think we've got it possibly functioning again, which is very good news. Challenges, but we do have an epic campsite. Let me show you. It's a very nice patio that you've
Yes, welcome to the
set
Epic
up here.
Patio.
Foot hygiene is important, Sean.
I'm sure everyone will appreciate this foot washing scene.
Well, you can be one of those overlanders and just pack a road shower, but
Good morning, guys. Hope you had a good weekend. Welcome back to part 2 of our America trip. We are somewhere in the middle of beautiful Death Valley, California. What is it called?
Butter Island.
It's called Butter Island.
Yes.
Who has cheese?
Yummy.
The gentle way that he moves the egg across the griddle. Former executive chef at Denny's.
Moore used to be the head chef at Denny's.
Well, we've got the right person.
We totally have the right person.
It's going to be overall a good time, right, Paul?
Yes, it's going to be an excellent time. We're going high up into the Panamint Mountain Range.
Maury is cooking up some eggs and, I don't know, tiny little burger looking things. That's the scientific name, right?
That's the scientific
Tiny
name.
little burger looking
Tiny little burger looking thing.
I want to show you a couple of stuff.
Yep.
Can I please
Yeah,
do
I
it?
cleaned the table. It's good.
Yeah.
Put your dirty laptop on my table, okay?
No. I don't have the footage because footage is always on.
Oh, look at that. That's a great picture, man. That's a great photo.
That's not. That's footage. That's a
Yeah.
film. So
Oh, it's from
kind
film.
of,
So these
yeah,
are
I just
still-
grabbed the.
okay.
So David's making a documentary, and he's been following me around on this trip, just showing us the first few shots, and it looks amazing. Way up in the mountains here is Panamint City, which is a ghost town, but you can't actually drive there. They have this cool little telescope thing on the sign here you can look through and you can see where the town is. But we're not going to be heading there, that's a hiking trip. We'll be heading up and over these mountains. These views up here are crazy. Just the scale of this desert. We've made it up the climb into the canyon. What would you say, Paul? We're about halfway, or?
We're probably about a third of the way to the top, actually. So now we're in a canyon. We're going to snake up this canyon. There's a couple of old, really cool cabins up there we're going to check out. And then it's time for Chicken Corner. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Are we eating chicken?
No, one of you is going to chicken out.
It's not gonna be me.
It's not going to be me.
I think this might be my favorite trail that I've ever done. It's so different than anything we have in BC. The rocks and the canyons on either side. This is so much fun. Just arrived at what looks like a very nice cabin on the hillside here, made of stone. There's some cool stuff in this desert. Go inside, check it out. Is there music in here? Bunk beds.
Well,
Wow, this is incredible.
we can activate the lights, maybe. Night lights?
Lights. This is all solar powered?
Solar powered.
This is crazy.
Ceiling fan. There we go.
This is incredible.
This isn't even the main cabin.
There's another cabin.
Yeah, the phone talks to the main cabin.
Yeah, this is the poor person's cabin.
It has a phone where you can phone
You can
between
phone.
the cabins?
Yeah, we phoned for a car to pick us up. But
This is insane.
There's almost 14.
I've never found anything like this
No.
in the woods before.
This is the nicest one I found.
Is this when we pull out the America Heck
Crazy.
Yeah?
I feel
America,
left out.
heck yeah.
Cameras with everybody.
Great cabin, America!
America Heck Yeah! So we're going to be heading up a shelf road here, and there's a corner that Paul called, we call it Danger Corner? Chicken Corner, because it's very skinny and super sketchy. There's about a 100-foot drop on the driver's side, so this should be fun.
Apparently, this road had recently undergone extensive repairs, as it was unsafe. I'd hate to see how it was before, because it was already pretty tight in some places. I couldn't help but wonder if anyone has rolled a vehicle off the edge here.
This is a pretty gnarly road. It's getting super skinny. All right, we're coming up to Chicken Corner. It's quite off camber around a sharp corner. Spot, please.
Yeah, you got Sean. So straight now, Sean. You want to go straight. Yeah, just like that. Now come forward. Yeah, keep coming forward. You got lots of room. Keep coming. Keep coming forward. Don't turn yet. Don't turn yet. Okay, start to turn now. Just like that. Yeah, not too much. Just like that.
That wasn't too bad. That's the hard part. Now we're gonna continue heading up over the pass.
Adventure does not come without its risks. With off-roading, you can easily end up in danger when you least expect it. When your guard is down and a freak accident happens.
Whoa, stop.
I'll turn around and come up with the range.
Yeah, probably because he's on his frame.
Yeah, keep going.
Hi, Maury! The road's over here!
Maury was coming up this rock face and started sliding off the edge. We're gonna get a winch going here as quick as we can.
Start driving, Maury. Just let off the brake. Yeah. Give it a little bit of gas if you can. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Bit more gas. Bit more gas. Bit more gas. Yeah. Looking.
That was fun, eh?
That was fun.
That was fun. That was a blast. That road's probably one of my favorite roads now. I've driven in Death Valley by far.
That's one of my favorite trails I've done ever.
And we almost lost Maury, so that was awesome. Yeah, that was amazing. This is a bit of a meadow that we'll rip across, so we'll just rip across the meadow. And then we're going to go up to what's called Rogers Pass, which I believe overlooks Butte Valley and looks towards the east towards Nevada. So that's what we're gonna see next. And then from there we're gonna cut west across that and then back down, and we'll go all the way back down to Ballarat, essentially, right?
Paul and I have become good friends over the years, with similar passions for vehicle-based exploration. When he suggested we go to Death Valley, I immediately knew I had to do it. This place is massive in scale. It is the perfect place to get lost in adventure. It truly makes you feel small.
Have you checked out this hat? Look at this hat. This guy looks, he looks the part.
Looks like an American.
I'm gonna get cowboy boots next.
We're turning him into a cowboy.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay with you.
When I come back, I will have like a lasso and a rope.
Oh, really? I'm an American!
This is a very steep hill. Very steep.
desert is so dry that when you do encounter water, the signs of it are everywhere around you. Suddenly, the colors change from brown and orange to green and blue, all from a small cold water spring. The signs of life.
So cool, man. Just the scene with the rocks and the valley in the distance and all the green stuff.
Yeah, this trail doesn't disappoint.
We started heading out of the canyon, with the sun beginning to go down and thoughts of resting at camp in our minds. But just as the daylight was fading, I was having electrical issues with my off-road lights, which would be needed on the road ahead.
This is power. This is power. So these three go together. These two grounds. Well, it's just a butt connector. Pull it apart. But hold it up a little more. Yep. Get it. No. Nope.
Do we?
Okay.
Leaving the old life behind, giving the new one.
All right, it looks like we found camp for the night. Made our way through that cool little canyon back there. We're gonna get everything set up, have some dinner.
Trying a new way to grow, finding a new way to define the way our life is in this time, changing familiar
I'm ready for dinner.
Thank you.
David, pork. Come on, man. The finest processed.
All right, thank you.
Oh, no, that's awesome. So you wake up in the morning, you get this wicked mountain here with the mine.
Can't even see.
Can't even see it. There's a giant mine right there.
What is this weird blue box you've got going on here?
This is what we do with the leftover urine from each day.
Yes.
We put the urea into the diesel. It helps clean the environment.
You get about 4 liters of your urine, then you put it in your
Oh,
tank.
Fred, that's good.
In your DEF tank.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. People who drive diesels, really weird people. And we're on day 5 of our America trip. Heck yeah. Everything's been going great. We got another full day ahead of us. Of course, none of this would be possible without all the work that the guys from Epic Adventure Outfitters have put in on building these rigs and making sure that they're super reliable and stable. And of course, Paul has been down here doing tons of tours over the last several years, so he knows all the best spots. He's taken us to some pretty epic locations, which is going to continue today, isn't it, Paul?
Or else. Today we're going to continue down Goler Wash, and then we're going to check out the Manson family Barker Ranch there, where they were eventually caught.
Sorry.
You ran out of pee or what?
That was too much urine.
Mike
It was
dribbled
too much
onto
urine,
his
so
Jeep.
yeah, we're gonna end up hopefully at some dunes if we can make good time.
Dunes!
What kind of mine did we have here, Paul?
I'm not really sure what they mined here. Could have been gold.
They could mine right out the window here.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, like why build that house like a foot to the rock?
Let's put a window against a cliff face.
As you can see, it's a bit of a character home, but perfect for the right buyer. There's some pretty serious switchbacks up here driving up to this mine, so I'm gonna go on ahead and scout it out, and then these guys are gonna come on up. Pretty nice views up here. There's a mine around here somewhere. I'm gonna go find it.
All right, you guys ready for the platform?
I was born ready for the platform.
This is what you call a J-hook, so it's shaped like a J-hook. So basically they would come running along here, right? So the hook would be over here, and that's what they would essentially bring the buckets up. This was a transfer station, which we're gonna go to now. The buckets would come up, they'd probably transfer them into another bucket, and then down to the mine it went, right?
This is a pretty cool shaft in the Keystone mine. It's got like a wooden frame holding it up.
Those stairs up to the upper level.
Going? Yep.
I'm gonna say it looks really sketchy, so I'm gonna go with no.
I've never before.
We not have lights maybe?
Okay, the ceiling is breaking.
Yeah.
What? This?
No thanks.
I think we should call it.
Ceiling's a little soft. Really cool though with all the wooden supports and stuff. Still got the rails in it.
Just to be in an old mine with the, like this support up here, look how it's jammed up in the rock.
Yeah.
Like just to hold it all together. It's awesome, man. Almost 100 years old to be in a mine like this.
It's a weird way of putting nails in.
Look at up there.
Oh wow.
Look at that, Chuck.
It's an horseshoe right here.
Look at this.
Probably
Look at that.
Where are you going? How did you even got here?
Whoa.
This is the kind of exploring I dreamed about as a kid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Look behind. I don't know, but look all behind us.
This is all just held up by the supports though.
Found another exit. That's cool. In one way, out the other. That's definitely the coolest mine I've been in. And we went into cool mine already on this trip. That was something else. All those wooden planks you can walk on. Now we're like scaling the edge of this cliff where we came out of this shaft.
Ooh, these ones are sharp. Do not slip on these things.
Man, we haven't even had breakfast yet. We've explored a 2-level mine, driven on the edge of a cliff. And that's kind of how we do it.
Kind of how we do it here.
Just a normal Monday.
Just a normal Monday. So we've arrived at the infamous Barker Ranch, last hiding spot of Charles Manson.
Charles Manson, yes. Charles Manson was one of the prolific serial killers in the late 60s. So the story goes that one lone FBI agent decided, no, I'm going to take one last look everywhere.
Is that a bone?
Yeah, it's a bone. Yeah.
Sorry, Paul. Looks like it used to be a nice place.
Yeah, it was a nice place. Yeah.
Other than the bone on the fireplace, which is
Well, that's just normal.
quite
You gotta
disconcerting.
You gotta have a bone.
What a nice swimming pool here. Sure, nothing bad happened here. How's your swim, Ginger?
Dry.
We're just making our way to a mountain pass, and there's going to be a little bit of rock crawling stuff here as we go.
The roads out here are long, hot, and dusty. At times they get very rough as well, which makes traversing them extremely slow going. There's one more cabin we want to check out with a bit of history to it, and then it'll be time to make our way to the dunes for some fun.
Looks like we're rolling up to a cabin. A little off-road driveway. I like it. The honeymoon suite.
Anyway, sweet. Your wife and you should have came here when you guys had the.
Well,
I don't want to shock you. It's very, very nice inside. It's probably the nicest place you've seen. This is the kitchen area. There's some cool stuff on the walls in here.
oh wow. There's a newspaper from September 26, 1915. The family that lived in this cabin?
Yeah.
It's the family that lived in the cabin.
Somebody left a sealed cushioned toilet seat. How nice.
To stick your stickers at the time. So you'd have your book, and then you would get so many stickers to stick on for your war rations, for
Wow.
food or whatever. It's really cool.
That is really cool. Coffee. Calendar from January 1932. just arrived at the dunes. The sun is starting to set, so we're gonna find ourselves a good place to camp. Yahoo!
If you've never sat on top of a sand dune and watched the sunset, have you even really lived?
All right, guys, we got out here on the dunes, and our plan was to just set up camp, but we saw the sunset behind the dunes. We were like, whoa, dunes! And man, I gotta tell you guys something. I like dunes.
Dunes are cool, but don't drive the dunes at night, as we just kind of found out. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's hard to see. But
shadows are everywhere.
man, those sunset shots, mind blowing. We're gonna get camp set up, have some dinner, and tomorrow we're gonna get back out on the dunes, and it's gonna be a good time.
After the hot, sweaty trails we've been on, a cool evening in the sand felt like a vacation from our vacation.
Ready? Are we having steaks?
No.
Steaks? Holy.
Mushrooms.
Did you feel the wind too?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Kind of felt like the end of the world. There's a big sandstorm that lasted pretty much all night until it was time to wake up, and then it went away.
And then it went away.
I slept, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. Not good. In America, they put outhouses in the middle of the desert. I'm not gonna lie, I'm on board with this. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Just out for a little morning dune rip.
Nothing unusual here. It's normal stuff.
Just a normal Tuesday.
It's a normal Tuesday at the office.
Happy Tuesday, Paul.
Happy Tuesday to you, Sean.
Yeah, sucks being at work today.
I know.
I don't think anyone was happier to be out here on the dunes than Epic Mike.
All right, we're making our way into Nevada. We're gonna head to
Vegas.
No.
No.
Gordon Ramsay, you better have my dinner ready.
We're gonna be passing through Nevada just for a couple of minutes, but we stopped to take a picture with the sign before we loop around back into California and head up through a canyon, which is sure to be
exciting. So stick around, like and subscribe, you know the drill.
All right, we're just getting aired down before we head into this canyon where we're going to make our way through these mountains up here and camp somewhere in the middle along the way. How many kilometers are we doing here to camp?
No idea. Less than 20. More than 12.
Are you ready for adventure?
I am.
You're wearing 2 pairs of glasses.
Yes. One cuts the sun. One lets me see.
Let's see. I think we're on day 6 or 7 of this trip. We're on day 6, right?
Yes.
Day 6. It's going good. Like, what's going on here? I'm not used to seeing you with a shirt on anymore.
Oh, it's getting cold here.
Put a shirt on.
It's late in the day already. We'd burned half the day playing around at the dunes, so getting through this canyon in daylight was going to be a challenge. But as one does when adventuring, you roll with things and adapt.
That is what we like to call
An epic view.
This is a cool spot.
Worried about scorpions. Now 1 degree is gonna solve it all?
No.
Ta-da! Sean.
So I guess it's my turn, huh?
Cheers, man. Good day.
The last dinner? Awesome, thanks, man.
Nice shirt you got there.
I like to think so.
Had a lacquer stain.
Where'd you get it?
My guess, dirtyanddangerous.com.
Ooh, I hear those are quite the nice t-shirts.
They are very cozy. I can definitely take a nap in this shirt.
I woke up early the next morning around 5 a.m. and spent some time just enjoying the quietness of the canyon. Before we head out, I noticed a serious issue with my tire carrier.
Wow, that I've never. Wow. Huh.
You know what I could do? Swap it over to the other side.
Jeez, I can't believe that crack happened like that. Okay. I fit a 19. That's weird, okay. Then I got a 19 here, don't worry about that. Throw it at the ground, Mike. Okay. Yep, I truly love it. Even though it's not organized, I love it. Alright, test that out. Have fun. Good days.
Wow, it's really cool up here.
Oregon does tours now?
He's my tour.
Out here getting footage, and Paul is just riding the rhino rack up here, riding the rhino, as we like to say.
As they call it, yeah.
This canyon is so cool. Canyon is crazy. Just going through all these tight rocks. It's beautiful. Alright, we just made it out of the canyon. It's getting pretty windy out here. I don't know if you can see in the distance here, but there appears to be a rather large sandstorm going on, which is in the direction of where we're supposed to be camping. So, Paul, are you taking us into a sandstorm?
Yes, we're going to go to the sandstorm to find some Tuscan raiders.
Okay.
Okay.
I trust you.
Okay,
I believe in you.
All right, let's go.
We're getting dirty and dangerous in a sandstorm. Wow. It's windy out here. I'm sandy.
When stopping to resupply at a shop within Death Valley National Park, I noticed that a police cruiser had stopped and was checking out our rigs.
Looks like we got some highway patrol going on over here by the trucks. Let's see what's going on. We definitely have a little bit of an inside edge with Robert from the California Highway Patrol here, who, as you can see, is a fan of the channel.
Dude, love it, man. Love your rigs, man. Glad you guys are out here. Yeah. I had a gallbladder attack and had to get my gallbladder removed, and so it was a big ordeal. I was in the hospital like 10 days, and so while I was there, I started going through YouTube, and I was looking at the normals like trail recon and stuff, and then all of a sudden, I run across this guy's channel, The Story Till Now, and I just enjoyed it from the very beginning because he beat the crap out of his vehicle, which most guys are all worried about it, but he was hitting it hard in Canada. So that got me into looking at the Gladiators and the other vehicles, and I started thinking, well, you know what, maybe I'll get one, and I ended up getting one. And then I guess the rest is history for me, because I started overlanding, really getting into it because of the guys like Sean and some of the other guys that are on YouTube. So, and I thank you for it, by the way.
Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet, man.
That was a moment that I don't think I will ever forget. It was definitely a highlight of the trip. It's amazing to think that people's lives can be affected in such a positive way just by doing what I love to do. It's motivation to keep pushing forward. We're headed into the Chloride Cliffs, an old mining area, where we hope to find a camp with a view for our final night in Death Valley.
Got a hitchhiker? Or what do we call it? A stowaway.
Stowaway. Gotta love Death Valley. This place is awesome. Look at this. This is nuts.
The day's work at the office.
It's always an unknown when we head up these trails. We don't know what we're going to find, or if we're going to find anything at all. But this one, you could tell that we were in for something special.
Up here are like Swiss cheese with mines. Cool shaft with a little hut. We're gonna go take a look. Oh my goodness. Why is that there?
Because it's trying to keep the monsters in.
This place is awesome up here.
Oh, if you say so. Whoa.
Like this whole mountain is like this. The whole mountain is just Swiss cheese. Like they went in from every angle in Chloride City. So if you look up here, you can tell it's just there's holes after holes after holes in every which direction.
Not that kind of video.
Pretty crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole mountain's like this. Way down there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool little mine here. We're just gonna head back out. Continue on down the trail. We're gonna keep going, head up and over this mountain. found a strange old man up here on top of the mountain checking his cell phone.
Hello! What year is it? The spot's just okay. You know, the view is, I think it'll do. I think it'll do.
This has got to be the most epic camp spot of the trip, and they've all been pretty awesome. We're at about 1,800 meters elevation on the edge of a cliff. We have Paul over here just chilling with a view.
Check this out, man. This is like probably the nicest sitting spot I've ever had.
I'm going to join you
amazing.
very quickly.
Yeah.
Set up the trail wrecker right on the edge of the cliff. Check this out. Nice stone walkway. I don't think I've ever had a better tent entrance than this. And then morning view this way. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Isn't it going to be windy here? Yes. Yes, it is. But I don't care.
Check this out. This is freaking phenomenal, doesn't get much better than this.
As the sun went down, I was grateful for the journey that we'd been on, and the friends who'd come along with me on it. This was one that I'm going to remember forever.
All right, guys, early 4 a.m. start here today. The Epic crew has to head back to Canada, so we're going to be separating. How's it going this morning, Maury?
It is not going well.
Not going well at all.
It is not going well at all.
It's been a pleasure, as always.
Early, and there's no coffee yet.
It's been a pleasure.
Take care, drive safe.
See you on the next one, Paul. It's been an awesome trip.
It's been excellent, sir.
Thanks for having us along. And
No problem. Anytime.
I'll see you back in the great white north land of floods and destruction.
Yes, we'll go find out what's happening there and let you know.
Yeah. So where are we gonna go? The world is our oyster.
Well, if you've been following along the last couple of years, you know what happened next. The adventure continues. My name is Sean, and this is the story till now.